our YouTube channel as well. So let me just quickly also set up the live streaming. So a lot of folks are waiting to join us there as well. Awesome, we are live there as well. Let me also share back my screen quickly. Okay, I saw a message my voice is low. I'm just going to check my voice once again. Is my voice clear and audible to you? Just reply by saying yes or no in the chat. Just checking. Great, great, great. Thank you so much. Thank you. I've shared my screen as well. So this is a global webinar, and you'll be seeing a lot of folks, joining from different parts of the world. So whether you're an early bird or a night owl, thank you for being here. And let's kick off this exciting journey together. And don't forget to drop us a hello with your name and where are you joining us from the chat box here. I see the number is increasing as I was speaking. So I'm just going to reintroduce myself once again. So I'm Rasha Khan, and hello and welcome everyone. I'm joining all the way from Bangalore, India. Would love to know where are you joining us from. Let's network a bit, right? Let's introduce ourselves. We have a very interesting career masterclass lined up for you. We'll be talking about the AI engineer, a job role, and how it has become the global next gen career, in this year, one of the top careers here, and how exactly the roadmap of this AI engineer job role looks like. We'll be talking more about that, followed by the Purdue University AI/ML postgraduate program review. So yeah, let's start with the introduction of the webinar. So this webinar is powered by Simplilearn, and we are the world's #1 online bootcamp. We have been in the digital skills space for more than a decade now, and we are very proud that we have transformed lives by empowering people via these skills. And today, the skill we're talking about is the AI/ML skill. And we have advanced over 500,000 careers here in over 150 plus countries. We have 40 plus global accreditations and 800 plus qualified trainers. And we have one of the amazing trainers here with us, who will be taking you through the, career roadmap and also the program review. So before introducing him, quick ground rules here for you to have an amazing experience. So these are quick and easy ground rules. So first ground rule here is you'll have to basically put down your questions in the Q&A box. Now, where exactly is the Q&A box? So Q&A box is just beside the chat box. If you're joined from a laptop or desktop, if you have joined from a mobile, you'll be able to see it on the top. Let me know if you're confused. I'll help you out. I'll be in the chat with you. And the session is being recorded. So in case you want to go through the recording of the session once again, in case you miss anything, so you can expect a follow-up email from us with the recording link to view. And also there is a webinar certificate for attending this webinar. And for that, you'll have to stay till the end of the session. So this session is 60 minutes long. And once the session basically, reaches towards the end, we will launch a poll for, basically taking down your full names. So this is how the certificate will look like. And I can see that AI has already entered the chat. A lot of AI assistants here, interestingly. And also, this is the certificate of participation, and this is how it will look like. This is what I need from you, the name here in the end. Without that, we won't be able to give you the certificate. So I'm apologizing for that in advance to you. And also the topic today, Global Next Gen AI Career Roadmap, the salary, scope, and job skills we'll be talking about. And you can also share this certificate on your LinkedIn with your network, tag us Simplilearn handle and our expert pages, Siva Subramani. And why exactly share it with your network? So you basically can share it for your professional development and, that you're enhancing your knowledge in this particular field. And also you might be able to connect with like-minded folks. So folks are already doing that. They are actually sharing insights about the session. They are also, sharing the certificates, screenshots of the session with their network, and they're getting a lot of support as well. And how you can find them? You can find them by using hashtag #SimplyGrow. I'll be sharing this link of the hashtag. A lot of people are already following it and sharing, their experiences of the webinar there. You can go and check out, support them as well. So I share it during the webinar on the chat. Do not want to interrupt the flow right now. And now would like to quickly introduce our expert trainer, Tejas Subramani. Tejas, a very good evening to you. It's
Yes,
always
yeah. Good evening
it's always
and
a pleasure
good evening all.
hosting you.
Yes,
It's always a pleasure hosting you, and thank you for being here. We have a very interesting topic lined up today, Tejas here. So before we start, we would love to know a little bit about you. From you as well for
yes.
the audience here.
So my name is Dr. Tejas Shivasubramani. I'm an IIT Madras graduate as well as MS and PhD in data engineering, AI ML domain. I have almost 14 years experience as well as a couple of certifications, 21 certifications across Azure and AWS, and also the highest certification for the data science. And also one of the pioneer in building up and deploying massive generative AI vision intelligence systems across um, uh, the global networks like smart city projects, military intelligence, and all those things. Yes.
Thank you so much, Tejas, for your introduction. And let's move on quickly to the agenda of today's session. So the first and the most important agenda of today's session is getting to know a little bit about you and helping you out in your queries you might have for our expert today. And the second agenda of today's session is the topic. So the global next gen AI engineer career roadmap, the salary, scope, jobs, and scales, and even showing you the current job market examples as well. As of today, we will be showing that as well. And followed by that, we will be going into the program introduction for the postgraduate program in AIML by Purdue University. And also talking about how exactly this program prepares you. We'll be going through the learning part of the program. What are the tools covered in the program? What are the skills covered in the program? And also there are hands-on projects which are covered in the program as well. And yeah, followed by that, we'll be also showing you the learning environment life, what happens once you take up the program as well, to give you a deep dive of Simplilearn's learning management system. And yeah, we'll be sharing learner outcomes with you as well. We have really good learner reviews as well. We'll be sharing with you that, and based on the interest you share towards enrollment into the program, we'll be quickly taking you through the enrollment steps, where we'll be sharing the program fee, the upcoming cohort, and also we'll be sharing with you how you can enroll into the program as well, and with the help of learning consultants from Simpleton. And last but not the least, the Q&A. So the Q&A is secured towards the end, but I'm pretty sure you will have questions throughout the session. So what you can do is you can keep putting down your questions in the Q&A box whenever you get a question. Okay, I want to ask about this. I do not understand this. You can do that in the Q&A box. And whenever the speaker gets time, he will try to address it. If not, just have a little patience and keep your questions related to the topic, and we will address it towards the end. So yeah, as I mentioned, the first and the most important agenda of today's session is getting to know a little bit about you. So I can see a lot of amazing introductions on the chat here, but let's do a quick poll here to understand how many years of experience you currently have. So I've just launched the poll, which has 4 options. You can choose the option which is the most suitable to you. The first one is currently studying, second one 0 to 3 years, third one 3 to 5 years, and the fourth one more than 5 years. Folks who have joined us on our YouTube channel, you can let us know by responding on the YouTube live chat box. You can just either use the options which are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, or you can just directly share the number of years of experience you have. Let me also have a look at the YouTube live chat box as well. Meanwhile, you folks are responding. You can let us know by responding. I see a lot of introductions there as well. Welcome everyone on the YouTube live channel. Awesome. Let's give it 5 more seconds. I see most of you have responded. So 5 more seconds for the poll. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me quickly end the poll and also share the results with you folks and expert Tejas here as well. So let's see. 39% of you have voted for more than 5 years, and 35% of you have voted for currently studying. 17% of you have voted for 0 to 3 years, and 9% of you have voted for 3 to 5 years. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. That definitely gives us and our speaker understanding, how he can tailor his responses to the, kind of crowd who have joined us with an experience. So thank you so much for that. And moving on to the second agenda, the topic of today's session. AI Engineer Global Next Gen Career Roadmap. We'll be talking about the scope, salaries, job roles, skills in this. So over to you, Davis.
Yeah, dear. So, artificial intelligence, right? Right now in the top 10 most evaluated company too, or the most important buzzword, AI. You keep hearing this word everywhere. And what more than the next generation engineers that is in the AI and ML and generative AI domain. So over here, couple of things that you should know is when you want to go into the AI and ML, the job market or the skills required, and especially this program, are well in tune with the requirements, the skills, as well as the ethics and regulations. So you will be able to have a lot of knowledge on the skills going forward, as well as a clear understanding into how the pathway goes towards AI or ML or generative AI engineers. Yes, dear.
Moving on to the next slide, talking about the introduction to the next Gen AI engineering.
Yes, dear. So here, AI, right? The next generation engineering leverages a lot of modern skills that everybody need. Now, if you see among the Fortune 500 companies, just after the data science, it was a very big. And right now, in the last 3 years, now AI and ML domain is dominating in almost 490. That's almost like, like 98% of the companies use it. Now, becoming an AI engineer requires a certain skills and all that are there in the program that we would see. It drives across various domains also. Now in health, finance, e-commerce, technology, and then wherever we want, it is more than what the data science offers, and it also develops on the interesting aspects of research and development and your decision making, automation, how to make a self-decision or self-driven, like closed system in respective to the governance of data, as well as promoting the efficiency and scalability of business operations. Now, the AI field is opening even ways into a lot more than we anticipated. And that is why it's right now the leading one in our things. That is the career domain as well as our interest of applying those skills under various technologies and all. Yes, dear.
Moving on to the next slide here, talking about the scope of the next Gen AI engineering.
Yes. So when we talk about the scope of next generation engineers, right, in AI ML, now, in respective to various domains, you want to be a data scientist, you want to be a machine learning, or you want to be an AI engineer itself, AI research scientist, AI software developers, or NLP scientists, or even business intelligence along with the AI. The part of the artificial intelligence, building those models, deploying those models, that is your key takeaway. These scopes, right, are everywhere in terms of your normal computing as well as quantum computing. And then as we go forward, there's also a subject created over the artificial intelligence ethics and governance plans, right? So into a lot of software project managers also now going into the ethical domain and all those things. Now, these are all those next generation of the modern, fields and gateways that opened up along with your predictive analytics, getting a user personal experience, building your own artificial intelligence generation model, not only being close to only self-driving cars or like vision intelligence, but also into a lot more domain that we have seen into building some autonomous systems and intelligent systems, even making a pathway into robotics or man and machines working together, robots, all those things. So it really opened up a lot of gateway into a lot of opportunities. And then the job market into it is also expected to increase at least 300 times in the next 2 to 3 years. Yes, dear.
Well, that sounds interesting. And moving on to the next slide, talking about the key skills which are required, for next Gen AI engineers.
Yes. So we would soon be discussing on the programs also. These are all tailored by the great minds of artificial intelligence and all, and also Purdue University. And then these all are coming in forms of various electives and various modules as a chain of sequence. So throughout that, we'll be equipped with or our resumes, when you complete these courses, right, you'd be equipped with a lot of things starting from the generative AI models, how to use them and how to drive them. And not only use and drive them, also how to build them from scratch. Now, some might tell, hey, do we need a prerequisite into knowing all of this? Now, all of these courses are designed in such a way that it's going to develop from zero to hero level. That means you come up with zero knowledge on it, and still you could start off with it and then go with the hero knowledge. And that itself, we talk about making you the next generation AI engineers. So, some of the generative AI, the models, and the prompt engineering, these part come under the generative AI engineering. And then coming to artificial intelligence, the AI strategy and consulting, the experimentation and modeling, the algorithms used, the casual interfacing, or the deep learning models, the ML ops like DevOps, how to put that CI/CD models under your machine learning, the data engineering aspect, the big data part of building and deploying distributed clusters. And where do we put it? We put it in cloud computing, either AWS or Azure. So, how to deploy all this along with the concepts of distribution and some specialization like computer vision and forecasting. So, all these skills are put well equipped in mode of electives and modules and under them, which we will soon forward. But your resumes would reflect all these key skills as we go forward, right? So, it is one big course that you actually, when you go through, you get your resumes on it, your skills are upgraded, and that's how a Simply Grow offers on it. Yes, dear.
Thank you so much, Tejas, for taking us through these key skills. Now, moving on to the career paths. So, what are the career paths which are in demand in the next Gen AI engineering role?
Yes. So when you decide to go on the next AI, next gen AI roadmap, right? You have a little bit careers to choose from. Maybe you want to go purely on artificial intelligence. Maybe your interest in building some models and you want to go on certain machine learning pathways. Or maybe you're already from a data background and you want to stick towards the data science aspect of it, but also involve little bit of artificial intelligence. Or you might be a core computer science person who's building a lot of pipelines and go to the data engineering. So the next gen AI offers four flavors around it. That is the pure AI, and then the job role that would help you is the AI researcher, AI developer, AI engineer, and then the AI product manager. So all those things under it. In machine learning, this would go under the machine learning engineer, the ML ops, and all those things. So when in the previous slide you saw a lot of skills, as you go to the course, you will start able to like discover yourself in which of these four streams do you want to actually go inside the AI and all those things. Similarly, in data science also, data science is all about the data manipulation, processing, pre-processing, visualization, and all those things. But in aspects of now, yeah, pushing it to as a model to artificial intelligence, building the autonomous models. So data science also helps in it. The next one is the data engineering part. Now here we are building the pipelines, we are building the ML ops, we are building the data pipelines, we are doing a little bit of business intelligence. So once we go towards it, if you have no priorities, then you could take one of those, or you will fall in love with one of this. Or when you already come from a certain background, applying this artificial intelligence domain under this four will guide you in these four streams. Yes, dear. Hmm.
Thank you so much, Tejas, for taking us through these career paths. Now, moving on to the next slide, the future of AI ML careers.
Yes. So in the future of AI ML careers, right now, you must be already hearing the buzzword AI, right? And then the ML, you must not have been hearing that much, but it is equally important. Similarly, the generative AI. Similarly, the data science aspect of it. Now, the diverse roles are available and it is creating a lot more newer roles in different domains, especially on e-commerce, finance, healthcare, the governments, as well as the core sectors. I've seen a lot of industry and core sectors, people from other domains, other engineering sectors also coming in. People from non-technical backgrounds going into a different uh, domains and all. AI jobs, we need prompt engineering. We need AI engineer who can use those platforms and CRMs that are built by the internal companies. So a lot of not only complex roles, it has opened a gateway to a lot of simple roles, intermediate roles, and then the complex roles. So a lot of people have the perception that, hey, I want to be an AI engineer, but I'm not from computer science. I want to be an AI engineer, but how difficult is it? Now it is actually looking more little bit. I cannot say more simpler, but it is looking at an intermediate level to go into a diverse roles. And when we talk about disruptive innovations, if you are having an analytical brain, a research and analysis brain, an investigative brain, different traditional industries are disrupted by AI technologies, not only to build, but use the platforms, not only in autonomous vehicles, healthcare, but in finance, blah, 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 and etc. So here you would find yourself into those job roles, and believe me or not, you would see in the market that a lot of basic to intermediate roles on AI engineers are also coming up, and also next opening to entrepreneurship. Now, if you want to work on a startup, if you want to start up with an own idea, or at least venture into entrepreneurship world, now these are offering the key skill like how data science and big data was a buzz like in the last decade. Right now, it is all about the AI. And if you logically see the most evaluated company also right now, it's Nvidia that has crossed even Microsoft. It's Microsoft next, and it's Google, Apple, all these are innovating and investing a lot in the AI, right? So it opens up the gateway to that. And also your global accessibility and lifelong learning, meaning you're learning somewhere where it is not only stuck to that country or that region. It's a global skill that you're learning. Maybe you want to move to a new country after becoming an expert. Maybe you want to learn a new skill so that your clients are from another country. Then these also help thing. And it's all about the lifelong learning. Why learn something that will soon become depreciated, right? And this will open up a lot of gateways into a lot of coming tools and services also. So all these are your future aspects of your career and all. Yes, dear.
Well, that sounds pretty interesting. I think people are scared of that AI is going to take away their job, right?
Yes, and one more thing, AI is never going to take away your job, but it is the people using AI and the AI skills will take away other jobs. So if you are on the lead, if you are gaining up your skills for AI and all, rest assured your job is nowhere to go, because understand the rule, it is never the AI that will replace, but it's the people that gain the skill of AI will replace others. Yes, dear.
Totally agree with that. Moving on to the next slide. So now that we have talked about the job roles here, we have talked about the skills in demand, we have talked about the scope in the AI engineering Gen AI field here. So I'm pretty sure that you're curious and you're here to basically explore AI ML here. So we would love to know what exactly is stopping you from becoming the next Gen AI ML expert here. So I'm just launching a quick poll, which is a multiple choice question poll, and you can select multiple options here as your concerns, because there can be multiple challenges you might be facing, right? So I'm just reading out these options for you, which I see that you folks have already started voting. So the first one here is I can't find a program with a fully comprehensive curriculum. Second one, I don't have the practical exposure I need to become job ready. And the third one, I find it difficult to learn from pre-recorded videos. And the fourth one, my work schedule won't allow me enough time for learning. Let's give it like 10-15 seconds more, because I see most of you have responded, but let's wait for a few more folks who are still responding. And obviously, if these are not your concerns, the Q&A box is open for you. So we are open for your questions there. And we have already started getting some interesting questions there as well. And yeah, like whenever the speaker gets time, he will try to address your questions. If not, we'll try to address it towards the end. Awesome. I see most of you have already responded. So last 5 seconds for the poll. What's stopping you from becoming the next gen AI ML expert? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me quickly end the poll and also share the results with you folks and pages here. So 49% of you have voted for I can't find a program with a fully comprehensive curriculum. and 39% of you have voted for I don't have the practical exposure, I need to become job ready. And 28% of you have voted for my work schedule won't allow me enough time for learning. And 18% of you have voted for I find it difficult to learn from pre-recorded videos. So thank you so much for that. And this definitely gives us and our speaker understanding of what are the challenges you might be facing. So I'll stop sharing this and I will be moving on to the program introduction here of the Purdue University program. So the Purdue University's postgraduate program in AI machine learning comes in collaboration with IBM. The program duration for this one is 11 months, and you can just complete by giving 5 to 10 hours per week. And it comes with a comprehensive curriculum and industry aligned learning path. We'll be talking about the learning path in detail in the upcoming slide. And you get hands-on projects for practical experience as well. What are these projects and how exactly these projects are important? We'll be deep diving into that as well. And the format of the class is online, live virtual classrooms, which we will showcase you in the learning management system, which is provided by Simplilearn, and what exactly it looks like, how exactly are these classes available, are there pre-recorded videos as well, for you to get an understanding on the basics of the topic. So all these things will be shared with you. And moving on to the next slide, talking about the Purdue advantage here. So Purdue here is a 150-year-old university. It constantly ranks in top five, top public universities worldwide. I just want to quickly know that have you heard of Purdue before attending the session? You can just reply by saying yes or no. And yeah, talking more about that, the postgraduate program gives you a joint Purdue Simplilearn certificate and master classes with Purdue faculty and access to the Purdue Alumni Association. So even after the program, you will be a part of the Purdue Alumni Association, which is really great, alumni association to be a part of and for networking for future, basic career prospects as well. And having a Purdue University on your CV is a prestigious, like it should be recognized worldwide. So talking more about that, but before that, let's quickly also touch upon the eligibility and prerequisites. So
And
what are
just like 1 second here. Uh, can we go back to the previous slide?
sure,
I would just like to add a point.
sure, sure.
So we have seen over here that 49% had this question that, hey, we don't have a course curriculum which will have all the skills that is required. Now, let me give you some statistical information on what I observed. So Simplilearn, being the world's number one and the largest education portal online bootcamp, collaborated with Purdue University to spend almost couple of millions in analyzing and doing surveys and questioning not just the general public, but IEEE, people with great minds in computer science, the North America Council of Data Science, the US PhD Council. So all this, they've ran some surveys into if I want to be the number one AI engineer, that will secure my life and career for the next decade. So what would be the most in-demand skills and the curriculum that we put in? And you know what? You guys are very lucky, and I'm somewhere little jealous too, that I spent my PhD and then it is more than that content which will equip each and every one of you guys. Now, it is all about knowing this fact because I've seen the curriculum and the amount of skills it equips with, and also the flow. Now, other programs might only show, hey, these are the examples, you know it, you learn it, okay, let's proceed. But here, you are activating your brain. That is, you're not only learning in one data set, one domains, you're going to learn it in a different one and also in variety one, so that whatever domain and the data set comes in, all those are there. So it is not only neatly structured as a module and then all of this electives, but also in the capstone projects and understanding, it will make you like professional in what you understand and how you understand it. So that a different kinds of domains also, different kinds of data sets you can answer. Yes, dear. You have proceed.
Thank you so much, Tejish, for adding to that. I think definitely that is something very powerful, and thank you so much for that. Moving on to the eligibility and the prerequisites of the program. So you need to have a prior experience in or knowledge of mathematics and programming. About that, usually we see this that they need to have a basic understanding of mathematics and programming. So Tejas, if you can, help
Yes.
address like what kind of understanding are we looking
Hmm.
here at?
So here we are just looking at high school level, that is like 10th standard in Asia. Pacific it's 10th grade, and in the US domain side is just a high school knowledge of mathematics and programming. Because when we talk about mathematics, just a simple quantitative analysis, a little bit of how to crunch the mathematics, how it goes, arithmetic logics, and all those things. And in terms of programming, even if you are new to programming, it's okay, but at least understanding a basics of Python or something. How does those operators, how does the functions, how do we write a program? Now this adds information to it. So even if someone coming from non-technical, we have one of the elective courses to gallop you on the programming too, wherein a little bit of mathematical logics applying to it, we would also be uh, like taken care of. Yeah, dear.
Thank you so much for answering that. I hope that helps a lot of folks here. I'm pretty sure that you might have a similar question. And next is you need to have a bachelor's degree with an average of 50% or higher marks. And you need to have 2 or more years of work experience. It is preferred, but it is not compulsory. If you don't have it, that is totally okay. But if you have it, like definitely any kind of work experience does act as an advantage, right? Like in any field you go. And moving on to the next slide, how exactly this program by Purdue University prepares you.
Yep.
Yeah, starting with the learning path here. So, Tejas, if we can take us through how exactly this
Yeah, dear.
program prepares
So as
your learning
yes,
skills.
yes. So all of you, I was just talking about the flow of the course, right? So the course always starts with the introduction session for all of this, and also dealing with some of the prerequisite courses or electives. Say people coming from non-technical background need a little bit of programming and all, they would be also having help of the electives. Once that is over, the Python for data science, analyzing your data sets. Everything is about the data. How do I analyze? How do I do exploratory data analysis? How do I use a little bit of visualization and reporting? How can I handle any data that is coming and then create some insights out of it? That is the primary goal of the Python. And over here, you will be learning skills like Python, NumPy, Panda, data science, the skills of it, that is reporting, visualization, EDA, and all of those. So each elective, you will be gaining a couple of skills. Similarly, applied data science with Python. In applied data science with Python, it will continue for doing that exploratory data analysis and visualization, reporting more, along with a little bit of how to extract a lot of insights and all. So these kind of things are correlated to it. So it is like a step-by-step stone into you increasing your skills and everything. And slowly, how to build the models and etc. How to build your algorithms. How to build a lot of say recommender systems, how to analyze and do which model is good, how to know about a lot of applications like either you want to do some predictive analytics, you want to do some missing analytics, you want to find some anomalies, you want to do recommendation systems, and slowly going into how all this will help into your next one is your deep learning and all. So this is where one is IBM specialized and the other one is generalized specialized, where you will be building a lot of neural networks models in terms of text, images, in terms of here specifically we don't have AI engineer because the domain is included within the specialty of deep learning. You will be learning a lot of reinforcement learning, recurrent neural networks, how to build a little bit of vision intelligence, all those things. So here in the field of deep learning itself, at this stage, you are at a level of building some AI engineering models. Now, along with that, you also have few electives on, say, reinforcement learning, NLP and speech recognition, ADL and vision intelligence. So over here, the mentors will slowly guide you into, hey, now we are going a little bit advanced into the AI models. So once till here, each elective would be having at least 3 projects and module at least 6 projects. So that is 9. So 9 into 5, you would be at least going through 45 case scenarios wherein it will equip you with building a lot of things. Now, if not 45, I think it's around 35. So 35 things. Now, along with this is where you select your electives, you find your passion. You might think, hey, should I go to the computer vision aspect of it? I need autonomous vehicles. I need a little bit of surveillance, what do you say, intelligence surveillance, autonomous metal detections, and all those things. So those kind of things, your specialization kicks in. Similarly, your NLP and others. So we have a question: do we have PySpark also? Now, PySpark specifically we don't have, but in one of the electives, in the advanced, what you say, generative AI and all, you build those model into here. So we are not going to see more into the data engineering and spark of it, but we're going to see into how to build an artificial intelligence models and then deploy it. Over here only, slowly, once we cover the AI model of it and the electives, right, we slowly go into not only learning generative AI models, how to do prompt engineering, but also build your transformer models. So all these generative AI are transformers, autoencoder models. So you'll get to know not only the deep learning models, but also the generative AI models. Now, up till this limit, people might think, or you might think, hey, am I going to learn so much? It's going to be very much to me. But no, it is all going to be step by step escalation into each electives, each skills and projects. Once you slowly learn the methodologies of how to use it, you go into a little bit more advanced into step by step. And where sometimes you might think, hey, I need a small break till here. Maybe let me just go slow on after revising. You do have options to just wait for a minute and then rejoin your course again, right? So there are live classes as well as self-paced classes. Now, live classes, your attendance are also required. What would happen is, along with the live classes, the mentors come in, the PhD and other mentors come in to teach you and then consolidate all that module into like a project wise. So you understand that end to end flow. While the self-paced classes will little bit make you a pre-preparation as well as post-preparation into what has happened around that module. So all these are well structured such a way that we have capstone projects. Now, capstone project, by the time you reach here, there are like couple of capstone project out of which you have to choose and develop and do. The mentors will also design in your resumes. Each elective capstone project itself, module and project itself, is like a big project, while the capstone project is the whole end-to-end project, wherein in your resume, while you go for those career transitions or jobs, they will prepare you on how to do it, and they will have confidence that this person has got to know how to do an end-to-end deployment. So your chances of getting a job is much higher than others who appear for the interviews. So this is how the program builds your AI and ML skills step by step. Now the electives, under the electives, I'm just saying, still artificial intelligence, a lot of models and all are still there. For example, your reinforcement learning elective, that is one's core specialization of your artificial intelligence, where you go and build end-to-end projects in that elective. So those kind of things, you have continuous supports from your mentors. I would also be here, as well as the Purdue University mentors, as well as some of the highly qualified other mentors from around the globe will start involving and guiding you guys. Yes, dear.
Thank you so much, Tejish, for taking us to the learning path and talking more about the course here. Moving on to the next slide, talking about the tools and platforms, folks will be learning. I think we've started getting questions about that as well.
Yes. So in the tools and platform, now I can just say these are very minimal to what you actually will learn. So it is just focusing on the most important skills. So like Python, Matplotlib, NumPys, Seaborn, all this comes under the Python and data science. And then slowly deploying it as a full stack deployment. You'll start learning the Django and Flask part of it. How do you deploy the predictive models, or how do you deploy the data science models in the cloud also, AWS and Azure? Along with that, in each of say the vision intelligence or the ML. Now, machine learning, you guys must already known. It's all about like two libraries. The two libraries will be having a lot of things, and also for your deep learning, your TensorFlow or PyTorch. So just talking about just these libraries would mean that one library and eight algorithms. one library of TensorFlow, and 2 to 3 neural networks. So these are all like still an understatement to what skills you'll actually learn. But also when we prepare the resumes, which the mentors will help you, there would be almost 21 skills that are added in this course. So we have calculated, and along with this 21 course related to the deployment of Kubernetes and your Llama 2 models of your generative AI, those another are 6 skills you'll be adding. So in your resume, before going to the course, after completing the course, you would have a solid 26 skills when you go through the most important electives as well as all the primary courses and electives. Yes, dear.
Thank you so much for taking us through the tools and platforms this program by Purdue University will be covering. Moving on to the next slide, talking about the projects. So I think one of the, this was one of the basically options which has gotten a lot of votes. I wouldn't get the practical exposure. I need to become job ready through a program. So
Yes.
first of all, what exactly are projects which are provided
Mm.
in the program and how exactly do they help?
Yes. So as I was saying, in each electives, there might be 6 to 8 modules. Now, as we transition to each of the modules itself, we will be learning, you can say, almost 5 to 6 mini projects. Now, when you cover like 5 electives, that 5 or 6 would turn into 25 to 30 mini projects. So there itself, you would gain a lot of, hands-on practical things, how it's implemented and all those. Now, while coming to the capstone project, all that you learned as a mini project from, say, elective one of Python, and then say the third one machine learning, and then say the AI building, from there, you would imply all those into a practical industry domain, either e-commerce, food service, retail, all those things. So, under not only this, you have it on health domains, you have it on financial domains. So there's couple of projects, and because of you know um, confidentiality and all, we are not disclose the actual projects that are actually there. But I can tell you, if it comes from different domains, or some might be already knowing that, hey, I want to be in financial domain, I want to be in e-commerce domain. So for those type of people, you got still your options. And for people coming in, like, okay, I'm okay for anything, right? You'd be given a project at your choice or at a random choice. So here, the main important takeaway is it is the domain that will change, the meaning of the domain that will change, but the inside the data points, the values, and how to build those models, and how to build either a machine learning or artificial intelligence model or a generative AI model would be the same curve path, which you will get to know some very crucial secrets from experiential knowledge coming in from mentors like me, as well as others, as well as the Purdue University professors. So that is the takeaway here, dear. Yep.
Thank you so much for sharing your insights about the projects which are covered in the program. And we have already talked about the capstone project, right? So capstone projects are projects which we provide, which showcase the true experience for you to showcase your future employees. And they provide a great example for your portfolio as well. And moving on to the industry leaders, we have as expert instructors. I think these you have already mentioned that they get to basically learn from so many amazing instructors here, like Rogi Jatiani, who is an AI/ML trainer with 24 plus years of experience. Nikhil Garg here, who is a data science instructor with 16 plus years of experience. Nitin Gujwal, who's a founder at Cramleys, has 15 plus years of experience. And Simon Trasoli, who's a senior data science consultant at Citibank, has 25 plus years of experience. So yeah, so instructors here, including yourself, come with a lot of diverse experience of decades, and yeah, you basically get to learn from these amazing instructors through this Purdue University program. Now, moving on to the learning environment about the program, I'll quickly be sharing my screen, showing the learning environment of the AIML and Purdue University program, where you can understand that how you can manage your curriculum and what exactly the live virtual classroom looks like, where exactly can you find it, and what are the labs and projects covered in the program, a learning path which we have already covered as well. So let me just go back and quickly, yeah, I'll just, yeah. So I hope my screen is visible to you folks. You can let me know by responding yes or no on the chat. This is the learning management system by Simplilearn. This is for the postgraduate program in AI/ML. And there is a help section here, which is available 24/7 for you. Usually, you can raise a query here for the certificate, exam, labs, projects, live classes, any issues you might be facing. You should get a response within a few minutes or hours. And also, you can see the certificate here. You can unlock your progress through this. You need to complete at least 65% unlock. Thank you so much for the response in the chat for the screen. And you need to pass at least two course and projects from two different courses. Now, what exactly are these courses? So we already actually have covered the learning part of the program here. So the learning part is visible here, starts with the induction for the program, and then we move on to basically the learning part of the program. As you can see, there is a combination of self-learning, live classes, and labs, and it's mostly live classes which you basically get to attend. Maybe Tejas, you can maybe just give us an overview of one of them. I'll just open
Yes.
one of them, and maybe you can just tell us a little bit about the live classes, self-learning, and labs.
Yes, dear. So over here in the portfolio, you can see the self-learning is all about some pre-recorded course content. Some candidates might like, or some participants might like to listen a prior information and then go listen to the live classes. Or they want to go, other participant might want to listen the live classes and to gain a little bit of more information, they would go to the self-learning. So self-learning modules are all about pre-recorded videos that would help you in completing the most important things as well as giving you that slow guidance. While the live classes are where the senior mentors and all would come in, explain you, pour in their experiential knowledge from ground zero and take it step by step to make you guys explain while showing you maximum hands-on. So here there would be a lot of practical things in live classes. You will have available classes, past classes that you can go and see in the recordings, all those kind of things. And then assessments and then the materials down. So in the assessments too, you will have the course and project. That is all these are the module and projects, right? So these are the small assessment MCQ questions to make you show that you understood. And the below ones are the small projects, the module and projects. So these are the ones I was talking about. It is not only your capstone project that's going to take place, it is your module and projects also that's going to increase your skills, right? So these are the important things. And also you can download all the data sets, the notebooks, the codes, the slides and notes, everything related to it. And also your mentors would also give you some of the notes and all those things. And these are our own lab environment. So some of the labs you don't need to go and set up and pay and give your credit card details and all those. Or you just have one lab environment where you just click at one click of a button, your lab will start in 2 3 minutes, and then you can practice all your things over here. So these are the things, your learning track as well as your labs. Yes, dear.
Thank you so much, Tejesh, for taking us through the overview of what exactly the learning environment looks like. I'll just go back to the course. There are so many courses here for by Simplilearn. So yeah, going back to the AML courses here. So yeah, these are the learning parts of the program which we have already covered. In case you want to go through it again, I'll share the link of the program with you as well, where you can go and download the syllabus as well shortly. And these are the electives of the program where you can opt for. Electives are optional, but they come as a part of the program. You don't have to basically pay anything extra for these. So yeah, so these are the basic electives: Advanced Generative AI and Purdue University masterclasses. Again, there's a combination of live and self-learning here as well, and industry masterclass on artificial intelligence here. So again, so this is how you can go and unlock the certificate. So I'm just going back to the slide here, and yeah, moving on to the learner outcomes here quickly. So interestingly, the previous classes have consisted of learners. They come from world-class organizations like SAP, Godrej, Wells Fargo, Target, Siemens, Infosys, HP, IBM, and in diverse industries like IT, software, manufacturing, pharma, healthcare, BFS, and others. And also, let's quickly have a look at what exactly the learners are saying. So Aman Kukriti here, who's one of the alumni, says that the GenAI module in Simplilearn Learn's AI/ML course was an eye-opener for him, and the mentor's teaching style in the weekend sessions was spot on. While there's a lot of GenAI content online, this module stood out for its structured approach and the mentor's interactive guidance. It made learning about AI easy even for beginners like him. Akarshan Sharma here shares that before using AI, he had a very little insight into the depth of generative AI capabilities, and its integration into his workflow has facilitated numerous collaborations in the workplace, greatly enhancing his productivity. And the generative AI module in Simplilearn's AI/ML courses exceeded his expectations. Lokesh Venugopal here shares that while he has previously encountered the marvels of generative AI, he was pleasantly surprised by the quality of content in the generative AI module in Simplilearn's AI/ML course. And it provided a comprehensive overview of AI fundamentals and principles specific to Gen AI, and he gained a deeper understanding of the significance of explainable AI. Ashif Khan here shares that the curriculum of generative AI module in Simplilearn's AI/ML course provided to be very highly valuable, and initially he encountered challenges with one of the projects and struggled to grasp its intricacies. But thankfully, his tutor provided invaluable guidance and support, enabling him to overcome these hurdles. Again, like these are just few of the success stories, among thousands of them. But why not just let's hear from the alumni himself? So let's hear Aditya Shivam's story here on the journey with Purdue University's AI/ML program here. So I'll just quickly play this video for you. Let me just put it full screen as well.
The learning from Simplilearn has been
I just also want to check the voice once as well. I'm just going to play it for like a minute, and you can just let me know if it's audible to you or not by replying yes or no on the chat.
really amazing and extremely helpful. Whoever is watching this,
Is it audible to you folks? So I'll just start from the starting. It's a very quick video. I'll just play it quickly. Awesome.
the learning from Simplilearn has been really amazing and extremely helpful. Whoever is watching this video, I recommend you go out to Simplilearn's website and check out their courses. They have brilliant instructors who are industry-wide solution architects and directors working at the biggest firms right now. Hi, my name is Aditya, and I'm working as a consultant in Atos in the field of AI, machine learning, and RP. I did my engineering from Maharaja Surajmal Institute of Technology. I majored in electronics and communication engineering. I passed out in 2013. And on campus, I got placed into a company called Nucleus Software. So I started working in software engineering team. The team was involved into application development using Oracle Forms, SQL, and database languages. I wanted to explore better technologies which were there in the market at that time. I got to know that machine learning and big data, they revolve around SQL. So if you are a SQL person, you are very much comfortable with learning new machine learning techniques and database technologies like big data, Hadoop. So that's when I started looking out for the training institutes, and then my relative referred me. Once I decided to go for Simplilearn, I had one course in my mind, which was big data only. But when I approached Simplilearn, they offered me a bundle of courses in one master program, which included not only big data, but also machine learning and Python basics, R basics, data science with Python, and some Java fundamentals as well. So that was really good to have. What I liked most about the training was the context of the training, as well as the instructor to student engagement. After the training, I got an opportunity to learn more about these technologies. And once I was done learning, I attended a lot of interviews. So they were in some big MNCs, and the interviewers were real life big data architects and data science experts. And they were really happy to see the knowledge which I have. So Simplilearn definitely set up a base for me on that. And once I started giving interviews, eventually I landed up in a MNC in Chennai, where I'm working as a data science expert and a consultant. Simplilearn's Big Data Master Program helped me to get a new job with a very good salary hike. A very big thanks to Simplilearn for making me who I am. I feel really fortunate to be associated with these technologies. Now I can lead different teams and drive different business transformation programs using my skill set. I really wanted to upskill because in the market and in the IT industry, upskilling is really important.
Simplilearn's. Well, totally agree with that. Actually, another success story started being, but yeah, I'll just end it there. And yeah, this is Aditya Shivam's story among thousands of them which we have in the program. I'll share the link as well with you, where you can check out what other alumni are also saying. With this, I'll just quickly have to share Simplilearn also provides Simplilearn's career assist services, which helps you with your job search. I think Aditya mentioned that during the alumni review, which we're looking at, right? Basically, he got to prepare for interview through the in one-on-one interview services, he got from Simplilearn once he was done with the program. This is in partnership with Top Interview, where you get to practice with the SME here and based on the skill set or job role you're applying for. So you have an idea, and this also has a continuous feedback. So basically how to improve, with every interview you're practicing for. And also you get to access the job portal Resume Rabbit, where you get a wide employer network and also a resume review and rewrite services, just like interview. This is in partnership with Top Resume, where a writer collaborates with you with basically within 5 to 7 days, you'll be getting a basically revised resume based on the skill set job role you are focusing on. And there is a continuous feedback here as well. And you should basically typically get the final resume within 1 to 2 weeks here. Yeah. And exactly what will you be getting from this program? I know we have talked about a lot of things here, but just would like to quickly summarize here. You'll be getting a Purdue AIMA postgraduate certificate. This is in collaboration with Purdue University and Simplilearn. And this will be provided by Purdue University, and you can see the name here. And this will be for the postgraduate program in AI machine learning. You can see all the accreditations here are provided by Purdue University in collaboration with Simplilearn. And as mentioned earlier, this is in collaboration with IBM. So you'll be getting an IBM course completion certificates as well. This one is for Python for data science. Just to give an example, this is accredited by IBM. And and also summarizing the projects. So you get 24 plus hands-on projects and integrated labs, capstone projects in 3 different domains, and master classes by Purdue University and a career assist program. So this is a global program, so you'll be getting career assist services, globally. I've mentioned an example of the career assist we have, but you can check out the details for your own region. I'm sharing the link. Let me just go back, and I have the program open here. So yeah, this is the program page link, and for the postgraduate program in AI machine learning by Purdue University, this is where you can go and download the syllabus. If you have any questions, you can still reach out to us. I'll share that email ID at askus@sing.net after the webinar as well. And you can basically go and inquire if you want to basically, submit your details. And yeah, this is how the certificates look like, which I've already shown you. And this is the learning part of the program, skills covered, tools covered. Yeah, like all the videos here. And this is where you can find the career assist as well for your region. And yeah, alumni reviews. There's a new one here as well. So you can check out that way as well. So there are many alumni here. So I'm just sharing the link on the chat for your reference. Even after the webinar, you will receive the details over mail as well in case you want to go through it. Yeah, moving back to the slide. With this, we would love to know your interest in enrolling into the AI/ML postgraduate program by Purdue University here. And I'm launching a quick poll which says, would you like to enroll into the program? You can share your interest towards enrollment with this poll, which you see live. And with this, while you're sharing your interest towards enrollment by saying yes, I'll be quickly taking you through the enrollment steps of the program, where I'll share the fee structure and the upcoming cohort. In case you want to immediately go and check it, you can check on the link which I've shared on the screen as in the chat as well. And with you sharing yes as a response for enrollment interest into this program, the learning consultants from Simplilearn will reach out to you, and also they will take you through a much more detailed walkthrough of the program and address any questions you might have about the program as well. I see a lot of yeses coming here. Please make sure to go and respond on the poll as well, because that is how we can reach out to you. And folks who are watching us live on our YouTube channel, you also can basically share your interest. I see a lot of yeses there as well. So you can also, what you can do is on the YouTube live chat box, if you're watching us right now, on the top, you will see the link towards the program, post-graduation in AI/ML. You can click on that link and it will take you to the same link of the program page, which I have just shown. And you basically can share your few details by selecting the inquiry now option or submitting few details below the learning path beside that. So you'll get an option. And similarly, the learning consultants from Simplilearn will reach out to you. I see most of you have already responded for the poll, but let's give it like 10 more seconds. And if you're watching us later on our YouTube channel, you can go to the description of this YouTube video, and on the top itself, you will find the link towards the program. So easy. Yeah. Awesome, folks. Last 5 seconds for the poll here. Are you interested in enrolling into the AI/ML Purdue University program? And you can go and respond as yes onto the poll, which is launched right now on Zoom. And we'll quickly move towards the enrollment steps and the Q&A. I see a lot of questions have come, a lot of interesting questions have come on the Q&A box, and our expert Tejish has already, addressed a lot of them. So please go and check out the responses there and let us know if you have any follow-up question, because we will moving on towards the Q&A box pretty quickly now. Awesome. Last 5 seconds for the poll here. So are you interested in enrolling into the postgraduate program by Purdue University in AI/ML? You can share your responses yes. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me quickly end the poll. I'm still seeing the poll moving. That is why I'm extending the time. Another 5 seconds, folks. I'm so sorry. We'll have to end it because we exceeded the time of the session as well. So 5 seconds more. Folks who are saying yes on the chat, please make sure to go and basically vote on the poll as well. So last 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much, folks. Thank you for sharing your interest. And a few of the folks who are not interested, don't worry. We have a lot of other categories which you can explore. I'll share the a lot of these webinars which happen throughout the month, and you can go and explore it for yourself and basically check out what works for you. So quickly taking you through the enrollment steps of the program. So the program fee here for US is $4,300 US, and we also have EMI and financing options available, not only for US but regionally. You can check out on the link which I've shared on the chat. Let me quickly basically share the link once again in case it's not accessible. Yeah, so we have financing options available as well. In case any issue with the link, please don't worry. You will be getting a mail about the program in detail, so you can check out over mail as well in case there is an issue. So yeah, so we have financing options available as well. For US region, it is for as low as $379 per month, and for India, the fee here is 1,89,999 INR rupees, including taxes. EMI options are available here as well for as low as 6,466 INR rupees per month. If you are a working professional, you can also ask your employer for a tuition reimbursement. About this, the learning consultants from Simplilearn will guide you as well, in case you have any questions about that. Moving on to the upcoming cohort. So the next available cohort, which is already filled, when I was showing you the basically program page, this cohort is already filled. So if you're interested in joining the next immediate cohort, this one is on June 25th. The induction is happening here, the welcome session, and the classes for this will start on June 29th. And there are 3 simple, easy steps the learning consultants will help you, enroll. I'm just giving you an overview of it so you're aware what's going to happen. The step 1 here is you'll have to submit an application to us at askus@simplilearn.net. And the step 2 here is your application will be going for review based on the eligibility and prerequisites which I've shared with you earlier. And in step 3 is the admission. So learning consultants from Simplilearn will reach out to you with the admissions offer. Yeah. Moving on to the Q&A. So I know a lot of you folks have been waiting for the Q&A, but we have exceeded the time of the session. So sorry, Tejish, but we would love to quickly summarize a lot of questions which you have already addressed in the Q&A box.
Yes, dear. So like some of the important questions we have already covered. I see that we've done a good job in answering all the questions. Now, one of the important question also I see is how will this course help me in increasing my skills and all, right? So you do the math, you when you see a lot of courses available, a lot of content over there, and a lot of the reputation goes by too are proved along with the Simplilearn programs actually have a lot of skills and practical exposure to give. And also the mentors that from industry like me and also others that come in to give it and uh, share the lot of experiential knowledge and all. And one more important also I give is what are these certification master courses or how will it help you guys? Now let me tell you, since COVID time, going in campus and studying or doing a course like us, right? It is the almost the same thing. You have to put like your efforts and then followed by it, wherein you know you are paying like 1/10 of the fee and you're gaining almost 10 times the skills that are there in normal MS courses and all. So it's really to your advantage to go and secure on those skills and then do not join. One more thing is just my last key away. Artificial intelligence is not going to be uh, that's not going to replace your job, but it is you who gain the skills are going to replace other people's jobs. But not that they will later go and join, but you joining ahead will gain you and secure your career. So that would help you guys actually. And that's it from my side. Yep. Thank you,
Thank you
Tina.
so much, Tejesh. Thank you for, first of all, taking the time out to address, a lot of these questions here already. And thank you so much, for such an interesting session. I'm already seeing a lot of responses in the chat here for you. For folks who are facing issue with the link, I have put the scan code here on the screen. You can go and scan it quickly and it'll take you to the program page. Let me know if it's not working for you. And thank you so much, Tejesh, once again. Thank you for an amazing
Thank you, dear.
session. Thank you so
Yep.
much. Moving on, just quickly, folks, I'll just give 5 seconds for scanning the code in case you want to go to the program page. In case the link is not working on the chat, you can quickly scan it and it will take you to the program page. In case you don't want to do that now, you can go and check out your mail later and we will share the details about the program with you. Now, moving on to the certificate. So before the certificate poll, I'm going to launch the certificate poll. But before that, we would also love to know how was the session for you. So I'm just launching a rating poll where you can rate us out of 5, 5 being the highest. If you had a good experience, if you had an excellent experience, if you like the content of the session, so you can rate us 5 there as well. So how satisfied are you with the content of the session? The poll is launched and you can rate us out of 5, 5 being the highest. If you like the session, and and after this poll, we will be launching the webinar certificate poll. And that is where we will need your full name with those details so we can send you the certificate of attendance. And the recording and the certificate you should receive on 2 different separate mails within 24 to 48 hours. I think a few of the folks who face an issue with webinar certificate, I've shared an email ID, webinars@simplylearn.net. It is the same email ID you get the invitations of the webinar from. So you can revert us back there with your details and we'll try to help you out. So yeah, please don't worry about that. I'll just give 10 more seconds for this poll. So how satisfied are you with the content of the session? And you can rate us out of 5, 5 being the highest here. If you had a good experience, if you liked the session, if you learned something new, yeah. Last 5 seconds for the poll. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Now moving on to the webinar certificate poll. I know a lot of you have been waiting for that. So this is how the certificate will look like. And I need this detail from you, the name. So I'm just launching the poll. And please do enter your full name here. I'll keep this poll live for 20-25 seconds. So make sure to go and enter your full name. You can see the poll which is launched. It says that to receive a proof of attendance for this webinar, please enter your full name as you wish for it to appear on the e-certificate. And I see that you folks have already started responding, but make sure that there is no grammatical error while you're submitting your names. This poll is very important for us to send you the webinar certificate. So, yeah. Folks who are responding with their names on the chat box, we actually will miss it here because chat box is something we do not refer for the details. Quickly go and submit your names on the certificate poll. That will be really helpful. And yeah, that's all. And yeah, you can basically share with us, share the certificate on LinkedIn as well. Share, showcase your professional development and that you're trying to enhance your knowledge. You're trying to stay up to date with the trends. In your network as well. And yeah, you can connect with like-minded folks. Folks are already sharing it by using the hashtag simplygrow. And you can also go and follow it. I'll share the hashtag link on the chat here as well, in case you want to go and basically share your insights, share your certificate there as well with your network. So yeah, you'll be able to find folks there. Also, last 5 seconds for the poll here. Let me share the link of the basically hashtag here. So you can check out what others are posting globally and what they are sharing about the webinar. So I'm sharing it on the chat here with you quickly. So you can share the screenshots or certificate which you should receive, the certificate you should receive within 24 to 48 hours post webinar. You can also tag our Simplilearn handle and our expert Tejas Siva Subramani, and we will give you a shout out as well. So yeah, and you can also use the hashtag #SimplyGrow. That is how we can find you. And people are already using it. You can see a lot of folks who are already following this hashtag, and yeah, like there are like hundreds of posts there. So go and support them, go and connect with like-minded folks globally. Yeah. Awesome. I think I should end the poll now because I see all of you have responded here. So that's great. Thank you so much for being an amazing audience here. Thank you so much once again, Tejesh, for taking us to this session.
Thank you, dear.
So thank you so much. Have a good night, good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us from. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Yep.